Hello, my beautiful babies. So I'm going to start by sizing my nails. I am using my XXL square um, press-on tips. If you all are interested, you can shoot me a DM at Lexi Artist on Instagram, or you can go to my website at lexiartist.com. They will be up, I want to say by the middle of January. But I'm just sizing them. These are a new stand, so I use the nailing nail tabs instead of sleeve putty or whatever because I didn't have any. So once I size them, I am going to do like some preliminary like shaping and buffing, just because I know that I'm going to be reinforcing these with gel and I want a really clean line. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm buffing the top of the nail to make it easier for the base coat gel that I'm going to use to adhere. The base coat gel I use is from Yayoge. You honestly can use any base coat. I really don't feel like it makes that big of a difference. To me, top coat is definitely like, it needs to be top tier. But I'm just applying that, and then I'm going to cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. I personally like to alternate, so while one hand is in the lamp, I go ahead and prep the other. But after I apply my base coat gel, I'm going to apply my builder in a bottle. This one, I don't really know the brand in particular. I honestly got this from like AliExpress or somewhere. So like I'm not like picky at all. If you have, a preferred brand, definitely go with what you like. But I like this one because it's really thick, but it's still easy to apply. So once I lather it on, I'm gonna let it sit just so that the gel can settle. When dealing with gel, it's really important, especially if you are a beginner or you're, not familiar to the texture. It's really important that you let that gel settle. That way you don't have to go in and do a lot of buffing and shaping. It'll fully, encapsulate the nail without, having to go back and make a bead or anything like that. Like I said, I like to alternate, so while one is in the lamp and the other is sitting, but right before I pop it in, I like to go around the borders just to make sure that that gel really got to all the edges and I don't have, no like ridges from gel not being placed properly. And because it is a traditional gel, I do have to wipe off that top layer, so I'm just using some alcohol and a paper towel and buffing that out. If you like alcohol pads, that will work as well. And I did cure it for a full 60 seconds. Next, I'm going to go in and shape and buff. This is vital. I didn't really go in as heavy as I could. I was rushing when I did this set, but you really want to make sure that you get a nice clean line and shape when you're using gel to reinforce, or any product to reinforce, whether it be gel or acrylic, just so that when you start painting you don't lose your shape. Like I said, these are a square cut, so I kind of got a little cheap with that. But this step is really important. And also, if you do have any irregularities in the top layer of your gel, buffing it will of course give you a really nice smooth finish. And if you do find that you have bumps, you can always go back in with another layer of builder in a bottle, go ahead and cure it, wipe off that top layer again, and then buff it down to where it's all uniform. And again, I'm using a hand file. You can use a hand file or an e-file, it's up to you. I did a really good job with this layer, so I did find that I didn't need to really go in with my drill bit and that's my drill bit, my sanding bit to smooth it out. I was able to just go ahead and do a quick buff with the hand file, and I was good to go. I definitely recommend wiping off with alcohol before you do this, but after I buff, I'm applying another layer of base coat gel because I am getting ready to polish these babies. I just recommend to wipe off the top layer so that you don't have any like dust particles floating around in case you wanted to do like a clear set, because as you can see, my gel is a little bit foggy, but because I'm going to be covering with polish, I didn't really care. And honestly, I don't know if that has to do with me not wiping it off or if it's my actual gel, because I have used this gel before and I found that it's not the clearest, but it was probably like $2, so I can't really complain. To polish, I'm using another AliExpress find. This is just a peachy nude gel polish. It's a really tiny bottle. I need to order some more. But I was going for like a really like brownie nude. I didn't have the color that I wanted, so I tried to recreate it as best as I could. So I'm going to go in with one layer of this. Definitely going with two if you have one of those more inexpensive gel polishes. I did have some, I don't want to call it skipping, but it wasn't fully opaque. even with me doing another nail polish on top. So definitely make sure that your base coat, even if you are going to mix colors, is fully opaque. That way you get, the best outcome. I'm going to cure this layer for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to go in with another gel polish, like I said before. This one is a gelish dupe I found on AliExpress. It is like, I don't want to call it an off-white because it's not quite that light, but as you guys can see, like it's pretty light. It does have a very peach base, which is why I decided that it will be a good fit to pair with the first color that I put down. But I wanted it to be a little bit lighter because I am going in with a dark cream French tip. I wanted it to be more on like a brownie peachy side. But again, I didn't have like that caramel color that I was looking for. I wanted like almost like a cork lip liner by MAC, like that type of color, like a really brown, like light brown nude. I cured this layer for 60 seconds just to make sure that everything was nice and set. And now I'm going to go ahead and start painting on my French tip. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to put that out right now. This was not the best angle. It's been a while since I filmed a nail video. The last one that I did, unfortunately, got lost on a damaged hard drive. But I'm using a really thin detailing brush, and I'm going to start tracing it along the sides of the nail and then curve it around the tip and build it up. This really isn't as hard as it may seem, when the finished product is done, but it's really in taking your time. So I knew that I wanted kind of like that pointed almond shape, like a true, French. So I'm just making sure that I trace my brush in that direction. And this was my first time doing this. I saw it on Instagram and I just really loved it. So I figured I would try my hand at it, and it really was not that hard. I will say that practice definitely, makes perfect. I feel like the next step that I do will be like spot on because this one came out fire for this to be like my first time trying it. But I'm just gonna apply this and get it as opaque as possible. Like I said, these are more inexpensive gel polishes, so I did have to go in and build it up just a tad because I really wanted, a nice opaque finish. But that's it. I'm going ahead and cleaning up that semicircle, and then to get it more precise, I'm using another small, almost like a slanted tip detailing brush with some alcohol, and I'm cleaning up the line. So if you make any mistake, it's okay. The alcohol is what's going to save you, okay? But you want to make sure that your brush isn't necessarily wet. You just want it a little bit damp to where you have product on, but it's not like seeping through and spilling all over the place, because that would not be a good time. This is a better angle. I tried to give you guys a little variation, okay? That way we're not all trash. But again, the same process. And once I cured that, I think I did it for 60 seconds as well. I'm sealing the nail with my Macart No White Top Coat. This is one of my favorites. You can pick this up on Amazon or from Macart Official. But I just love this one. It's really shiny and it really is a no white. And I let this cure finally for 60 seconds as well. You can do it longer if you would like, but you don't, have to. And you guys, this was the finished product. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have more nail tutorials coming up with better angles, I promise. But if you enjoyed this type of content, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Bye.